Shit crazy as fuck. Girl, I think I got a problem. I'm addicted to you, girl, can I be honest?
Crown in the dome, built from the fire. I ride alone. You bow to chains. I crack the code. Traded your crown for likes and gold. I reign wild.
Peace, y'all. Let's get in here. You're Kimmy Coco, and I'm back with another video. I'm excited to introduce these videos because these videos are about woke children, high frequency 5D babies. You hear me? And we're going to see like what's incarnating into the planet in this era. Like, look at all the things that are going on around us, and then look at the children. I'm not going to speak too much on the introduction. I just want you guys to make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We're about to get into this excitement of these children, these high frequency 5D babies. A lot of you that were pregnant during the pandemic, y'all children were born walking fast, talking fast, all kind of stuff. Like, we are speeding up. The planet is cleansing itself, and new consciousness is being born. Heightened consciousness is being born. So if you just had a baby, pay attention to your child's development. Also help to develop their development, their mental, make sure they got their omega-3s, anything that's going to be brain developing. We don't want to have our children being babysat by tablets and cell phones. We want to give them a chance. And some of these children may even reject technology because they're not here for that. They're here to raise the frequency. I want y'all to definitely listen to this one baby that's talking to his mom. The way she dialogues with him. We have to start having these conversations with our children. Listening to them. Because they have a voice. They have things that's on their mind that they need to put out into the world. And it's our job to listen. It's our job to learn from our babies. Because I'm definitely learning from mine. Trust. All of them. In their own way. They have their own personalities. I engage one and find out, oh, they have a talent. Or they have the same talent I do. Let me help cultivate that. Like, I got a son that's an artist. I'm an artist. I wish he finished my damn tattoo. But, that's just one of the examples. Like, when I found out that we have the same skills, like, I know how to write music, I know how to rap, but he's an artist. You hear what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to go into all that stuff when I woke up and realized what the industry was. And, I felt like I got too old to be trying to rap. So I'm glad my son is able to do it. And he drops the bars consciously. And I love it, and I'm his biggest freaking fan. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're going to get into these videos. I want you guys to remember to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you have children of your own and they have these gifts as well. Just make sure that you're doing everything that you can to cultivate this. It's so exciting. It lets us know that there is hope. There is a golden age to come. When you see these babies, you already know what it is. Chosen ones, let's go.
That I think children are very much conscious than us, especially when you're talking about like on a theta state. Children are very conscious. Now, what happens with children is we mold them and we dumb down their consciousness. Like, have you ever seen a child when they're like 3 and they play with toys or they play with imaginary shit, and in their mind it is real? They got capes on, they jumping off couches, they talking about monsters, they see things that's invisible. They have an invisible friend that is real to them, having full-blown conversations. They're interacting with other dimensions of densities. They dream. Their imagination is out of this world. They make a whole house out of a damn box that you order from Amazon, then we constantly tell them no. We tell them don't jump or you will bust your head. We installing fear into them. We telling them what to watch. We turning on the TVs. We introducing them into these electronics, EMF frequencies like cell phones and tablets. We are dumbing down their consciousness. And I think the children are here to really teach us on how to be free, for we can be free thinkers to expand our consciousness. So
wasn't for Max. Emotions are magnetic. So we are all programmed to believe in what we see and what we can touch and what we can hear. If it's like something you didn't see, didn't touch it, then you won't believe it. And that's what everyone is programmed to do. But the quantum field, you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't hear it, but it is there. You can manifest. And a lot of people, when they manifest, they feel emotions like lack, uncertainty, scarcity, and other things like that. And that's what they broadcast, and that's what the universe will give them. More lack, more scarcity, more that. So what you need to do is, because your emotions are magnetic, your body and your...
So this is one of the designs for it. So dopamine blood. This is the phone with all the...
So what's that art piece called?
The dopamine blood.
And why?
Because this is like in hospitals with the thing that takes the blood from a human being.
Like a transfusion?
Yes, but instead this is the phone that controls it. Our phones is what controls our nervous system and everything that is messing up with us. I call that DD, digital dopamine. Digital dopamine can affect your consciousness and your awareness system. This is what happens. So what ends up happening is this will regulate your whole entire nervous system. So when you're feeling upset, it will show you your phone off of the energy that you're putting into the phone. It will show you videos that will make you happier. When you are mad, it will show you videos that will encourage you to calm down. When you're feeling discouraged, it will show you videos to not feel discouraged. When you realize that all of this is controlled somewhat by you, you understand the total power that you 100% have.
What's that thing next?
This one, that's the pill bottle. We take pills of it.
Wow.
Depending on what time you use it out of the day. How many times a day do you infuse dopamine in your life?
Wow.
How many times do you take it?
Wow.
And a lot of times we take it more than once. So we're like, oh, let me check my phone real quick and see what's going on TikTok.
Wow.
Such as the digital news, the news outlets, music, sports, everything, just entertainment. That is what you're taking. That's the prescription.
They told you that it was just a gifted program, but those childhood tests were never about intelligence. They were about bloodline. Now I want you to think back. Did you ever get pulled out of class for strange tests, shapes, patterns, logic puzzles that didn't even match your age level? Those were not random tests. Those were filters. The government was identifying kids with rare DNA markers, heightened sensitivity, and frequency awareness. Programs like GATE and TAG, they labeled us as gifted, but behind the curtains, they were tagging and tracking children who carried certain traits. The ones who responded differently to vibration, to sound, to energy, those ones couldn't be easily programmed. They used our childhood data to map out who could be pushed into science, military, or covert projects who needed to be suppressed. Why? Because kids like that can't be controlled the same way as the masses. They think different, they feel energy stronger. They're bloodlines that don't bend easily to the system. So now I'll ask you, you were pulled out for those strange special testing, Do you remember being labeled? Drop it in the comments because it's time to connect the dots. This wasn't about grades. It was about who you really are.
If you see me walking down the street and I start to cry each time we meet, and walk on by, make believe.
Your mirror manifesting technique blew people away. Okay. I was even blown away because I didn't know about the whispering part. Is there any other manifesting techniques that you do?
Well, the mirror one works, so.
It does.
And I also pray. I just ask God to help me. And I think if you combine like praying and saying it in the mirror, so maybe you could pray, you could whisper pray into the mirror. You could say like, "Dear God," but you say it towards the mirror. And then not only will God hear it, you'll also amplify it through your mirror.
Because the mirror is a portal.
Mm-hmm.
I see. So you think it would bring you back the results faster?
Yes. Especially if you say it to an infinity mirror. So like a mirror, you've ever been in one of those bathrooms where it's like a mirror and a mirror? So that's an infinity mirror. If you say something into an infinity mirror, that's basically like saying something into all the infinite versions of you.
So not just one mirror is enough? Like you gotta have two mirrors facing each other?
If you want to amplify your success. So like an infinity mirror could amplify your success infinitely, depending on what you're saying. So you really have to be careful what you're saying in the infinity mirror or that space, like a kaleidoscope.
So like, okay, that's good. So in our bathroom, we have the two mirrors facing each other. So that means whenever we're in the bathroom, we have to be careful what we say because the mirror is going to amplify whatever when we step into that space. So that entire space is like a portal.
The entire space. So basically, you got to be careful how you do everything, especially maybe it could correlate to what you watch too.
What do you mean?
So basically, you watch something and then you think about it while looking in the mirror and doing your daily tasks. So that could influence you depending on what you saw in doing your daily tasks.
So you're saying you have to be careful what you put in your mind because what you put in your mind is going to impact your heart. It's going to impact the way you think. It's going to impact the results you're getting, which is what I tell women that I'm teaching, that you got to protect your mind at all costs, especially when you're manifesting love. Like you got to distance yourself from the friends that hate men. You got to not watch the negative shows that show people breaking up and men cheating on you and mistreating you. You got to not listen to the music about heartbreak because you're putting that in your consciousness. And then you're on fertile ground right now because you're healing and manifesting love. And then if you put that stuff in fertile ground, then it's going to grow. Is that basically what you're saying?
Yeah, basically like you reap what you sow.
Yeah, but oh, people thought that you reap what you sow meant doing something bad to somebody else and it comes back. But reaping what you sow means that if you're sowing seeds, if you're watching negative movies or songs or saying negative things to yourself, you're sowing negativity into your fertile soul. Oh my gosh, yes. So I just asked you, like, who do you get a chance to share your brilliance with? Because I haven't heard you talk about it in a while. And I'm like, do you talk about this at school? And you said no. Can you share again what you said to me?
So I talk to myself in the bathroom with a mirror.
In front of a what?
In front of a mirror. So like the mirror is basically a gateway or a thing that's in the dimension that will basically lead to you in an infinite timeline of other dimensions. So if you look in a mirror and say something, that will, one of your other selves in one of the infinite dimensions will hear it. And basically it'll come back to you because it's a mirror.
So then you should speak positive things to yourself in the mirror?
Yes.
Can you speak what you want your future to be like in the mirror and then it will come back to you?
Yes, but you don't shout it or say it loudly because then your brain will have to analyze it and there will also be doubt. So you also whisper it, which passes through the mind barrier instantly. So it's like a secret, something you keep secret, and you wanna slowly but surely manifest it.
Really?
So you whisper it in the mirror.
And you've been doing this? Oh my gosh, baby, that's amazing.
As we go on in these videos, I'm getting excited by the moment. I love seeing stuff like this. It makes you aware of where we at in the world and how important it is that we need to raise our frequency. Because technically these children are teaching you Christ consciousness. These babies are teaching you Christ consciousness. While y'all keep waiting on Savior to come back, they're teaching you that you are a creator. Like give the little baby speaking to his mother about whispering into the mirror. He's teaching you how to talk to your timeline, yourself, your childhood self, your teenage self, your future self, in your present moment. Because that's the only time that exists is the present moment. That little baby is awesome. And his mom, oh my gosh, she is just so in depth. Like she's in love with the idea that her son is highly intelligent. And I'm happy for her, for that. It is exciting to watch your children express themselves on the intellectual level, because in this society, they're taught to go to school, think, and work for somebody else, and to not be thinkers and to be slaves to the system or to be slaves to religion. Like, come on, y'all. It's time for us to wake up and start listening to these children. And why do I say that? Because they are the closest beings to the astral realm from which we all come from. When you see little babies that can still see spirits, it's because they haven't fully transitioned to this realm. If you know, you know. But these little babies are explaining things that we as adults supposed to know. But at the same time, we don't know how old their soul is. We just know that they are in child form. But I know that they came back to help us shift. Stop playing with these babies. I love them. Keep doing it. And I'm proud of the moms who gave birth to such amazing creatures. Let's keep watching, y'all.
And if you had people hating on you since you was a child, just know you was born with that light in you. You was born with God's hands all over you, and they saw that from an early age. Before y'all come up in my comments asking what kind of adult would hate on a child, several. A lot of them. You'll be surprised how many adults see that they children, their nieces, their nephews, the kids around them was born with a natural talent or a natural gift, a natural light about them to where people just gravitate towards them, and they will try to dim their light at a young age, making sure that they never walk in their purpose, that they never understand their value. You'll be surprised how many adults feel insecure about what a child could grow up to be. If that child has the potential to grow up and be better than them, they will try from when that child is a young age to dim their motherfucking light. Ask me how I know. Which is crazy, because if a little ass kid makes you feel insecure about where you are in life, baby, you need to do some inner work. You need to go do what you got to do for yourself to get your mental right. And I know I'm not the only one out here who experienced that. So if you get it, you get it. Like, we here, we understand each other. We know the struggle of having grown ass women and grown ass men hate on you from a young age. And that shit really do one or two things for you in life. It either put you in a state of mind where you gotta dim your light and you gotta water yourself down to make other people feel comfortable, which is what my case is. But, you know, I'm coming out of it slowly but surely. Or it could really light a fire under your ass and make you feel like, oh, I'm gonna show them, which is hats off to y'all. Clock that. I say all of that to say this, like, if they've been hating on you from the time you was young, like downhill with it, you really got that shit in you. It's not on you, it's in you. Like, God, like, he put you here with a purpose.
If he could do it,
This isn't a movie.
he believed in himself. And you can too.
Man, you gonna put it on me like that?
You can do anything that you want. You can get singing lessons, get a better job, make more money. You could be even like rich. You could live in the White House someday. You could be president.
Me?
Do what you want to do. It's not about it's not up to other people.
It's true.
It's up to you. What if I can tell you that everything you want, everything you dream about already exists in the quantum field, but we are all programmed to be realistic and not dream and just work and work and work and work and eventually you get... That's not how the universe works. You have to broadcast, your emotions have to align, because you're technically just a huge magnet. So everything you dream of, everything you want is already in the quantum field, just waiting for you to broadcast it and ask the universe for it. So always dream big and always remember that everything you want is in the quantum field waiting for you.